Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Trans and the Mouse.
Hi.
This is episode 56. Um, we will have a catch up, and then because obviously shit happens, life takes over.
Yeah,
So so going forward, we may skip, not skip, but we may not be able to record on Thursdays, depending on what happens. So
yeah.
you
Uh,
know,
you know, it should still be working for me, but yeah, sometimes I'm going to have to prioritize
yeah,
getting to know which was what happened now.
yeah,
I can be on for Thursday because that was the only day this week where I could hang out with boyfriend and his child, and yeah, I'm still getting to know her, so
yeah.
it's still prioritizing. She's great, by the way. Fucking wonderful kid.
Awesome.
Uh, the fucking first time we ever met, I made a joke because she asked like how old my students were, and I was like, yeah, they're around 12 to 16 years old. Though we have this weird 60-year-old as well, who just hangs out in the back of the class. We don't really think about her. She's kind of weird. Just a silly joke, and she just stares at me blank in the eye and just goes, "Oh, so you're that terrible of a teacher?" And she's, yeah, she won that one, and I've never lost to a fucking child. And so
Yeah,
um, she has a fucking vicious sense of humor, which is funny. I'm looking for I had a bag of like fucking uh, things. Where's my Red Bull? Here's my Red Bull.
yeah.
This is not a paid sponsorship.
No.
I
Um.
always I did message Red Bull once though, um, about a marketing campaign where it's because they had this whole like Red Bull gives you wings, and I wanted them to do one where it's this guy standing on a train track, has a Red Bull, and then the train comes and like splatters him all over, and then his angel just goes up from the fucking gory giblets of his fucking body, and it would just be Red Bull gives you a wing. Um,
Yeah.
That was alongside. That wasn't the time when I did when I had ID for my McDonald's commercial, which is just a person smoking and then dying, like starting to cough and then dying, and then a person walks up, "Don't smoke. Go to McDonald's."
Yeah.
Um, that was back when a pack of cigarettes cost as much as a Happy Meal in
Yeah.
this country, and not five Happy Meals. It's I pay so much money for cigarettes. I anyway. Uh, so how's
Yeah.
your weeks been? We
Um.
haven't talked for a while.
No, I did. We had Sophie.
Yeah, I listened to that. That was
Yeah.
good. I'm
Um.
sad I didn't get to come on, but
Yeah.
yeah, private issues.
So yeah. Well, hopefully, we will have Sophie and her partner on again. I
Yeah,
mean, unfortunately, her partner wasn't feeling very well, or she was tired, so she couldn't make it.
yeah, I
But
get that.
yeah, um, we had a great chat,
Yeah.
talking about GPs stopping trans healthcare.
Yeah.
I'm sure at some point when she comes back on, we'll probably touch base again on that.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
sounds reasonable. And it's it's always weird to listen to these episodes when there isn't some shouty person, just cutting everyone off.
Um,
Um,
apart from that, and oh, by the way, if you notice, I'm a lot more brighter. I bought myself a self rechargeable lighting thing,
oh, cool.
so so that people can see me clearly. Um,
Yeah,
but I mean,
I kind of want to.
apart from
I
that,
feel so red today, so that I kind of want to
yeah,
shut my lighting off. But
yeah,
I think that's due to the Ziggy Stardust background. It's that's the background, by the way. It's the cover art for Ziggy Stardust
yeah.
and the Spiders of Mars.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, awesome. Yeah, but apart from that, being trying to do more trying to do more coursework,
yeah,
which I've sort of ignored for a while, which isn't the best thing to do. So if you are doing coursework or studying, don't ignore your coursework. Just do it. Um,
yeah,
don't be getting into that. But in the meantime, because the land of Twitter is fun. Um,
yeah.
been getting into a few little. They're not even arguments, but
Remember,
I've been dealing with unsavory people, shall we say? Um,
and we shall.
yeah. Um, you know, uh, I was sent two DMs, basically threatening me to stay with my kids.
Yeah,
Um,
they really need to up the playbook.
yeah. Um, being falsely accused of being a pedophile. Is nothing new. Um,
Yeah,
being misgendered again. Was like it still beggars belief,
I
but okay.
still don't get it.
I don't. Because I take a false accusation seriously.
Yeah,
I made a police report,
yeah,
and again, and I got an email from them this morning, and despite the evidence they have, because I sent them screenshots, they're not taking any further action. They couldn't find anything, so they're not going to
no,
do anything.
fucking hell.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, whatever. So yeah, that's been my week. Um,
um,
before I forget,
yeah,
56, 50, on our 58th episode, which is on the 13th of February, we will be having another interview.
yeah, cool.
Two people will be joining us, um,
Yeah,
to discuss whatever um they want to discuss. So,
yeah,
Mhm.
cool.
so yeah, that's that. I mean, so we've got that to look forward to, and obviously the day after that is Valentine's Day. So I'm sure that weekend will be joyful for a lot of you. But yeah, we've
I
got quite a bit to get through. I'm not gonna.
tend to not celebrate
Yeah,
Valentine's Day.
yeah.
Um,
I've
unless I have some really a good looking Tinder hookup that day, then I'll be
yeah,
celebrating Valentine's Day. Trust me. Oh my God, I will be.
yeah, yeah.
But in
I've only
relationships, I tend to not do that.
Yeah, I've been single for probably probably 9 years at 9 years at this point.
Yeah.
So it's another day for me. You
Yeah.
know,
And like
um,
I'm if I went harder, like people don't know this, I think. I don't know how people I don't know how people think I am in a relationship. I'm a fucking mess. But like yeah, I'm everywhere. But like I am also incredibly romantic, like in a very, very intense way. So for me to go harder on that on a certain day would probably kill my fucking boyfriend. Like I've said it before. I've written three. I wrote 3 books to him last year explaining my love. Like that's the level of fucking psychosis we're working on here.
Yeah.
It's just like our story, which I have written into a fiction because I find that more beautiful. So I am uh, deeply disturbed.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
uh, I mean,
uh, like I decided to do make our relationship art,
yeah.
and it's some of my best writing as well. Like holy shit, it's good. No one's ever going to read it because it's so fucking personal. Like, and I'm brutally honest in it as well. Like this mixture of really sweet and loving stuff, and then just and here's all of my anxiety. And it's like cruelly and brutally fucking honest,
Yeah.
which is it's an experience. Uh, I feel things strongly, but yeah, like uh, personally, I've throughout all of these weeks that we haven't seen me, all I've been doing is just I've been really planning on who, what celebrity I'm going to start dropping shit on, and like who I'm going to make like spread a bunch of not false, completely true sexual allegations of sexual assault on, so that I can then go onto Twitter to say that I never intended for his cancellation. Uh, I just wanted to prove my political opinions hypocrites. And then I'm going to act all surprised when it turns out that my political opponents actually have fucking spine and decide to actually shut that shit down.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, for those of you, who hate watch, because I know you hate watch because I've had some people tell me they do, which thanks for the views. I don't think that
I
was
hate what's inside your fucking
yeah,
windows.
I don't think that's what they intended, but thanks anyway. Um,
Yeah.
like I've gotten to the point where I'm gonna be as petty as I want because, like I've said in the previous episode, I'm not gonna be
Mhm.
on X much longer anyway. Probably for about another year or so, and then I'm gonna permanently move over to Blue Sky. Um,
And then I'm going to run our X account and it's going to Twitter. Yeah, then I'm going to run our Twitter account and we're going to, yes,
yeah, yeah,
you
um,
listeners, it's going to be the best.
yeah,
I take
yeah,
over as social media coordinator for this podcast.
yeah, um,
What a fucking nightmare. I've been fighting in. By the way, for those of you who didn't get that, I don't know if that's one of our stories tonight. I don't know. I need to talk about that anyway, because like that Neil Gaiman thing, that was what that was a reference to. By the way, did you see that? The one who came out with all the like proof against him back in like a year ago or something. And like, oh, I never intended the cancellation. I just wanted to prove the trans lobby to be hypocrites when they wouldn't cancel him.
that one that no, I think that one missed me, but you can
Oh,
fill me
it's
in. Um,
yeah, it's just I'm gonna need to I think it's in my I think it's in my liked tweets I'm going to check
right,
because that one just fucking floored me.
yeah,
Uh that was
well,
what I was
yeah,
playing off on. While I look that up, you can
yeah.
go.
Well, the first one, Olympia becomes Washington's first sanctuary city for LGBTQ plus people. This was on January 31st, so um, The Olympia City Council voted unanimously on Tuesday to declare the state capital a sanctuary for the LGBTQ plus community. Um, this let me skip the part I mentioned. Specifically outlining protections for transgender people and gender affirming care. The resolution, introduced by Assistant City Manager Stacey Ray, mandates equal and dignified treatment under the law, regardless of sexual orientation, gender identity, or gender expression. In inverted commas, declaring Olympia a sanctuary city means recognizing the inherent worth and equal rights of LGBTQIA2S plus people and demonstrating a commitment to protecting and advocating for individuals by rejecting policies and actions that promote discrimination, harm, and inequity, Ray said at the meeting via the Olympian. While Washington already had in place a shield or refugee law protecting access to gender affirming care, HB 1469, passed in 2023. The city ordinance will specifically ensure local resources are not used to aid law enforcement from other jurisdictions in their attempts to prosecute the families of minors receiving gender affirming care as well as their healthcare providers. So basically, they're going to protect trans people, and which is good because especially given pocket anus Donald Trump and all of his weird shit lately. So at least a city is doing its job. So at least they're standing up, for their
That's good.
people. Yeah.
That's good.
Because I think a lot of people will need that at the moment, given the environment. This next one, U.S. Marshals arrest fugitive sex offender allegedly posing as LGBTQ plus journalist for years. Authorities in California say that George Paul Bishop went by the name Brody Levesque to avoid being arrested. A man who worked as a journalist in LGBTQ plus media has been arrested and identified by California authorities as a fugitive sex offender, who police say had been living under an assumed identity since at least 2016. George Paul Bishop, 66, had lived under the name Brody Levesque in Santa Cruz County, south of San Francisco, for several years. The alias matches a journalist who has written for LGBTQ plus news site LGBTQ Nation, and a Brody Levesque once even served as an editor-in-chief of the Los Angeles Bleed. So basically, to truncate it, a man who had a fake name, who served as a journalist for sex, who was a sex offender, has been arrested.
Good.
Yeah, a warrant for Bishop's arrest has been active since June 14, 2016. Authorities allege that Bishop failed to register as a sex offender, leading to officials designating him as a fugitive. So, they arrested him, which is good, but you know, they could have done this a lot sooner. He was
Yeah.
required to register as a Tier 3 sex offender for life, but failed to do so in 2016, leading to his classification as an absconder according to the Virginia State Police Sex Offender Registry.
Yeah.
So who knows what happened to him?
Yeah.
Because I hope he gets life.
Yeah. Yeah. Really. Like, fuck that dude.
It's like,
Fuck all of these fucking
and look,
scumbag.
and yeah, and
What a fucking cunt.
of course, stories like this will, of course, undoubtedly fuel the fire for transphobes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like,
Because they'll probably because what they'll do is they will probably investigate this person. Say, oh look,
yeah.
like no, we all know that they don't like to read. You know?
Yeah. Like, dude. I'm like, I've said it before. I've said it again. Like, yeah, sure. There are trans people who do bad shit. Like, even if this was like whatever. Like, fuck
Yeah,
them. Fuck them as well. Like, and I'm not going to do some fuck them especially bullshit because, like, no, fuck them as much as the other fuckheads.
yeah,
I hold everyone to the same standard, trans or not, ally or not. I'm not going to pull my fucking punches
exactly.
because you are considered on my team.
Yeah, you
You
know,
know, you know how much I love that sort of mentality. The fucking uh, we're on the same team bullshit. Uh,
yeah,
I think I think
like
that's what led me to one of my fucking greatest rants ever. But
yeah, you're exactly right. Just because you're trans, gay, bi, non-binary,
hmm,
pansexual, and all of that, just because you're a member of our community or a member of the straight community, that doesn't give you a pass for you to be a fucking utter disgusting human. It doesn't
no,
give.
no, no. Fuck around and find out, motherfucker.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go out and have a smoke, but I can hear you because I still
yeah,
have the earbuds in, so we can still keep talking. I just won't be on screen.
yeah.
So
But
you'll have to look at this beautiful David Bowie. God damn it, he is a beaut. We were going to do a costume one year. That would be the rise and fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Biker Mice from Mars. I don't know if you remember what the Biker Mice from Mars is.
oh yeah, yeah,
Uh, yeah, we were going to do it and just add, but we needed four people and we could never get four people to agree to it. Like me and my
yeah.
ex was going to do that, but we could never get anyone to be because I was going to be Ziggy Stardust. I actually was Ziggy Stardust for my 30th birthday. I had the theme "Come as your childhood idol" only so I could be Ziggy Stardust. And we were going to do like one year for Halloween. We were going to do the rise and fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Biker Mice from Mars, and it would have been fucking beautiful. She wanted to be the white cool mouse.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, Bad 80s kids shows. Yeah, that's my jam, motherfucker. Come to me and talk to me about Dino Riders or Skeleton Warriors. Yeah, we're not talking turtles here. We're talking the trash.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Um,
sorry about that, Daniel.
yeah. This one is from January 30th, so basically, 3 days ago. at this point. That's a no rate.
Yeah.
Yeah, between 3 and 4 days ago. Um,
Yeah.
as we all know, because fake tan pocket anus is back in the presidency. He's gone on an all-out war, um, signing executive orders that he knows nothing about, and he's gone after gender affirming care. So much so, um,
Fucking surprised.
yeah, only 8 days into his second term, more like 10 or 11 at this point. President Donald Trump has blood on his hands. Executive Director of Advocates for Trans Equality Rodrigo Heng Dayton said earlier this week. As families across the United States struggle to understand Donald Trump's attacks on transgender people, medical groups, advocacy groups, and political leaders are grappling with the administration's latest executive orders. The Trump administration has escalated its war on transgender rights, this time by cutting off federal support for life-saving gender-affirming care for minors. A sweeping executive order signed Tuesday bans federal agencies from funding or supporting medical treatment for transgender youth under 19. Again, he doesn't understand any of this because he just signed his name to anything. The
Yeah.
executive order directs multiple federal agencies, including the Department of Health and Human Services and the Department of Justice, to dismantle existing policies, which he can't do, by the way, even though he thinks he can. Supporting gender affirming care, it prohibits hospitals and providers that receive federal funding, including Medicare and Medicaid, from offering this care to minors, even if treatment is privately funded. It also removes transgender related healthcare coverage from federal employee insurance plans and bars TRICARE. He's even gone after the military's health system, from covering gender affirming treatments for minors. Trump's administration claims the order is meant to protect children. Here we go again. Protect children, describing gender affirming care as irreversible medical harm.
He's so fucking dumb.
Well, he is. He's not that smart. Um,
Yeah, well, he's fucking brain red. His brain is fucking rotten.
even his niece, Mary Trump, has said so herself. He's not that
Yeah,
smart.
yeah, no. Um, yeah, he fucking sucks.
Uh,
At least, I don't know. Do I prefer smart fascists over dumb fascists? No, I guess I don't. But like, at least I can have some respect for them. Do you know?
yeah,
Do you know what I find like? This is me beating a fucking what I find fucking pathetic, because earlier today I had like an altercation with altercation. I were mouthing off to a cunt on Twitter, and I just said, uh, "Good job deep throating that cock," because it was one of these like. Nobody wanted this, not even the people who voted for it. And this person was like,
yeah,
"Oh, but Trump sees what we really need, like fucking Daddy Trump. Oh, fuck me harder." Uh, like, so I just like, and the reaction I got was, "You people are obsessed with genitals." Like, no, first and foremost, that's not us being, but also you're the guy sucking cock. Like, I'm not right now, and I don't have a problem with cocksuckers. I am one myself, and I'm fucking great at it. Great at it if I do say so myself. I know exactly how to suppress this gag reflex. I do it by the fact that I've never had any. And like, So like, if you see that as an insult, gay boy, then maybe that's on you, not
Exactly.
me. But but he just started responding with gifs, so I just started writing gobble gobble after everything.
Yeah.
Which is, by the way, a reference to one of the worst fucking piece of shit films of all time, Gigli, with fucking Ben Affleck and Jennifer. Who
Aniston?
the fuck? What? No, Jennifer the Block.
Oh,
J
Jennifer
Lo.
Lopez.
Yeah, Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
Thank you. Uh, don't get fooled by the rocks that I've got. I'm still Jennifer on the Block. If you fucking copyright claim this, Jennifer Laura Lopez, I'll come for you. But anyway, now I'm done threatening celebrities.
Yeah.
I will fist fight you, motherfucker. But like, yeah, it's him and her playing it, and she's playing this lesbian
Oh,
who
right.
becomes desperate for his cock, as
Oh,
they do,
okay.
as they tend to do.
Yeah.
Every lesbian gets cock thirsty for Ben Stiller. No, Ben
Yeah.
Affleck. Jesus fucking Christ. I suck at names today.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Ben Affleck, and she's just looking at him and going like, "It's turkey time," and then she spreads her leg and just goes, "Gobble gobble." And throughout this entire, he's just looking at her like, "What?"
Yeah. Yeah.
That film is a piece of fucking shit, but it's got moments of hilarity.
Yeah.
Also, Willem, no, the other Willem Dafoe. Jesus fucking Christ, Christopher Walken. Christopher Walken comes in and just like shouts about pie that's
Yeah.
so good that if you put it on your head with some ice cream, your tongue's going to slap your brain out trying to reach for it. It's a weird movie, and I've talked more about it today than anyone has for like the past 10 years, unless there's one of those, oh, I reviewed all the worst movies on Rotten Tomatoes, because that one fucking sucks.
Yeah. However, every major medical organization, including the American Medical Association, the American Academy of Pediatrics, and the Endocrine Society, has affirmed that gender-affirming treatments are safe, effective, and often life-saving. The
Yeah,
order,
well, that's the part that they have a problem with.
yeah,
The life-saving part. They don't
mhm,
want that.
they don't have any problems with sending young American boys to fight, in world wars.
Oh,
Yeah,
of
funny
course,
that.
because they do that to get our freedom.
Yeah,
We need to deliver some freedom to them, and we deliver freedom in fact in the form of drone strikes.
yeah. The order also singled out the World Professional Association of Transgender Health, dismissing its widely accepted standards of care, version 8 in commas, as lacking scientific integrity. It directs federal agencies to rescind all policies that rely on WPATH guidance and orders HHS to conduct a review of existing literature on gender dysphoria, promoting research that challenges the consensus on gender affirming care. The advocate contacted WPATH and the American Academy of Pediatrics for comment, but did not receive a response. Why am I not surprised?
Because you have a
Um,
functioning sense of pattern recognition.
yeah. Basically, I could continue, but I think we kind of know the gist of that. Um, but yeah, so there's that.
There's
Um,
also this. Look, cool thing. If I quickly, if I speak so that you can see me while I do this, like everyone at home, look at this. Now I will look like a demon for a second. Cool, right?
yeah,
Uh, I'm really sorry. I haven't. I've been sober for the entire year. My brain is melting from ADHD right now. I haven't been properly medicated for a month. properly medicated is me doing copious amounts of amphetamines. Because I'm not going to get a
Yeah.
fucking prescription. What do you think I am? Some kind of sane person? I found that bullshit story, by the way.
Yeah.
And now I lost it because Twitter can go fuck itself. No, there it was. Don't you just love it how when you open Twitter, it doesn't open to the place where you were, but instead it opens to like the top of the feed because like no, there's no reason that you would ever want to fucking know where you were, right? Why would you
Exactly.
want to keep track of that, you fucking idiot? Oh God, you broke the fucking app, Elon, you cunt. You fucking fake gamer girl cunt. He is, by the way, he's a fake gamer girl. Buy yourself some fucking cat ears headphones, you fucking loser. Oh, I'm going to brag about being the best at Diablo. I'm going to brag about being the best at a game that requires me to lose my fucking life, you fucking hack. I'm sorry, I feel passionately about video games. Speaking of which, I've been playing fucking Slay the Princess for the entire week, and it's the best game ever. But yeah, Rachel Johnson. I broke the Neil Gaiman story, but I never wanted him cancelled like this. What did you want?
Okay.
And when you read it through, I'm not going to read it through because I'm not a professional. That's your job, not fucking mine. But like, what she basically says is, she kind of did this because she's a fucking turf cunt. And she kind of did this as a like power move, like because she didn't expect people to care because he was like a trans ally. He was a good person. He was a nice person. So she expected us to like not toss him out in the cold. So what this sounds like to me is that it's a power play to like prove how hypocritical the left or us libcucks or whatever the fuck they want to call us this week. Us woke people, because as you know, I'm so fucking woke. I have the political opinions of fucking God, I don't remember anybody's name today. I have the political opinions of a Molotov cocktail and all the fucking charisma of Mr. Medica. Yeah, I'm a woke person. But like but yeah, so what it sounds like to me is that she just but then it turns out that we actually have some fucking principles, that we actually have a fucking spine. And I hate these people. I hate these people so fucking much for this reason. Because what they basically admit is that we wouldn't do this about our guys. Like if this happened to our guys, we wouldn't toss them away. Because that's what they fucking think that we would do. And like I love Neil Gaiman as an author. I still think he's a fucking piece of shit. He's a
Yeah.
rapist fucking cunt. And I allegedly, I'm going to say right now,
Yeah.
very quickly, with an asterisk. But like, I'm not going to defend him just because he says that I'm a woman. I couldn't care less. Do I prefer a rapist trans ally or a non-rapist transphobe? Well, fucking neither of them.
Exactly.
It's fucking absurd. And see, this is why, like, I referenced him a second ago that I have all the cadence of him. But like, there was this one right-wing YouTuber who I actually liked because, like, he had not because I agreed with him, but he was funny and like he had a fucking spine. He stood by what he considered to be his principles, and I was fucking Mr. Medica, and he seems like a piece of shit, but he at least has a fucking spine. And that I can fucking respect. But these fucking powered ass bullshit artists.
Yeah. It's like So when all of the allegations surrounded um Michael Jackson,
Yeah,
right? It's like, first of all, it's like with any author, when they release a book, their material no longer is owned by them. It's owned by the public, right?
yeah,
So is that argument. I know that musicians own their songs, own their masters. I understand that, but it's the fact that it's the same analogy. So when those allegations surrounding Michael Jackson appeared, I was like, yeah, he's a shit human if they are found to be true. Um,
yeah,
but I can still enjoy his music. But you're right, people don't have a backbone.
yeah.
It's like, if you if you actually backed up what you were saying, I would have, I wouldn't, but I would have at least have more respect for you.
Yeah, like
I mean, I
I,
wouldn't, but you get what I'm saying.
I absolutely do. I have more respect for. I genuinely have more respect for. I like, but you know this about me. Like the worst thing you could be to, in my eyes, is a coward. Uh,
Yeah,
I'm an unreasonable fucking rage monster at that point. But like, I think it's because I've had controversial opinions for my entire life. I've always had like I've wanted to legalize all drugs. I live in a country that fucking hates guns, and I am pro-gun. Like I, I I have had to fight my way through fucking life because of some of the opinions that I've had. And yeah, it's like at times socially ostracizing. Uh, but I've always backed it up. I've always stood by my fucking opinions unless I've been proven wrong, and then I've changed my fucking
yeah,
mind because that's what you do. Uh, and I think that's why I'm so actually that's if you go back and like look at if we go back to when I had my debate, what I'm proud about in that one is that I'm nice. Like I'm actually pleasant to her, whatever she fucking claimed
yeah,
afterwards, but I am being pleasant to her. But I don't fucking pretend like I never give any leeway there. Like I'm always like very clear about no, I think this is fucking idiotic. And like that's the only thing you should do. That's the only thing you can like expect a person to do, stand by their own fucking convictions. And these fucking people can't do that, and that
yeah,
disgusts me so fucking much.
yeah.
Like live by your own fucking principles. That's all you fucking have. Ethics and morality is completely fucking subjective. Principles are rules you give yourself, and you can't even follow them, you fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, yeah. I'm the same. I'm the same with you. Like, you know, have some conviction.
Yeah,
At least have a plan of action. If you truly believe what you believe, and I don't care what it is, if you
yeah,
believe that trans women aren't women, okay, then back it up, right? Don't get right. I would have again. I wouldn't because I just wouldn't. But I would at least offer some respect your way if you did that. I'd be like, okay, fine.
yeah, and like
You backed up.
I might not. Yeah, and like I might not fucking break bread with you because like I
Yeah.
tend to not want to be dehumanized on a daily basis.
If I, it's like I
But
said, if I provide you evidence of why,
yeah,
I mean, or why I, for example, think the way I think, or the way I see things the way you don't, and I provide
yeah,
you evidence for that, then then it's on you to either prove me wrong or don't.
yeah.
Right? But
Like
but that's
that's
what these people don't do. What these people do, and believe me, I've had many interactions for the last for the last 4 years, I've probably been on Twitter. God, those 4 years have gone so fast.
Yeah.
I've had so many interactions with transphobes, turfs, or whatever they want to fucking call themselves, of them saying, "Oh, you haven't provided any evidence," and I'm like, "Yeah, I have plenty,
Yeah.
right?" But
Yeah.
they fall back on, "Oh, you haven't provided any evidence." Then they go to, "Oh, sex is real, sex is binary." And it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, we know sex is real, you dumbass. Or I won't be
Tr-
here.
Trust me, I know sex is real. I have it all the time.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's like they just basically revert back to the same old language that they had drilled into them. And it's like, can you get a different script out for fuck's sake? But
yeah, they really need. I actually like. I like to like. I don't know. I like to renew my fucking insults at least.
yeah,
Uh, which is why you'll see this is a really common trend with me. You'll see me do like one insult really often,
yeah,
and then I'll just drop it. And it's like
yeah,
a few months it was fuck puppet, which was really became really fucking weird. Calling people a real doll with pulse isn't really something that I do anymore.
yeah,
Not because I find it like, oh, that's so no, I don't fucking care. Yeah, of course it's fucking objectifying. That's the whole fucking point of that insult. But the reason was because it got boring.
yeah. It's like, I'll give a prime example. Just recently,
Yeah.
someone was defending James S's. He's a massive turf who,
Yeah, unfortunately I know about him.
yeah, um, who is woefully unqualified. Even so, he's that unqualified. He was kicked off. I think he was doing a 2 year degree at university. He's so terrible of a human. The people at the university kicked him off his course
It's such a
because
piece of shit.
he was spreading nonsense. That's how unqualified he is.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Oh my
e-
God.
Also, he doesn't even understand safeguarding.
No, of course it doesn't. That's a requirement if you're a TERF.
Yeah,
That's like on the fucking questionnaire if you want to join their cult. Do you understand? Can you do parallel thinking? Do you understand safeguarding? Do you have any fucking idea what a hypothetical is? If you answer no, like the answer is wait, was it no, yes, no? I think will be the answer, and no. If the answer is no to all three, then they're accepted into their little cult. Do you have any problem with like collective suicide?
yeah.
Uh,
And this person was defending them, and I
yeah,
just
of course it
simply
was.
put, right, because they were attacking someone, so I just simply put, clearly you don't have a brain, right?
Yeah.
That's what I said. And then typically he started attacking me, so I doubled down. You clearly don't have a brain. This person, going back to having a backbone, didn't have one.
No,
He ended up blocking me.
yeah, because they do. It's the same thing. Like, um, now I would like to say that I do not condone anyone who uh, uh, willingly and knowingly triggers another person's trauma, no matter who that is. And
No,
I do not think that even when I do it, it's a good thing to do. I just have different qualifications because I don't care if what I do is a good thing to do. And recently, there's been like this one. I think she's called Jade. And like Gemma has been fighting a lot with her, and I have been fighting a lot with her as well. But every time that I start fighting with her, because I realized at some point that she's sex repulsed because of something that has happened to her.
But
So I've had her block me on like 4 different accounts right now. Because every time, because I forget these fucking people all of the time, and then they pop up and like, oh wait, weren't you the person who got really mad at me for saying that Daddy got handsy? And every fucking time she keeps blocking me when I get to that point. Which yeah, I get, but like that always comes after she has sexually harassed me. Like like I said this on Twitter. You being mistreated by a fucking monster doesn't get ghoul, I think was the word I used. You being mistreated by a fucking ghoul doesn't give you the right to become a fucking ghoul, you fucking ghoul.
yeah, it's like I
Uh,
think I brought this up on the last one. That
yeah.
this woman who I alleged, because I never trust what any of these transphobes say anymore, especially in the bio, right?
No, I never trust that I'm a
Yeah,
woman. I do not believe in their
no,
self-identification.
no. She alleges that she is a SA victim, right? And I'm saying that
Yeah,
because I don't know either way. That's not me putting down anyone who's been SA'd at all. So I want to make that very
no,
clear.
believe survivors, but these people are
Yeah,
known liars.
yeah. But and then she posts a photo of herself wearing a MAGA hat, and of course, she licks Trump's arse. She licks Donald Trump's arse, and saying,
Yeah.
and it's like so. And I even quote tweeted at her. So you're an SA victim, yet you elected a rapist. Like she could very well be an SA victim, but you're willing to throw
Yeah.
that away and elect a rapist.
I
Like
think this was about the same person who I said the ghoul thing about.
probably, and it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like,
Um,
but you know, you can never know what people are thinking. That's the thing. It's only when they make it well known that
no.
they sort of
What I said to her, because I know who this is, the US is very good for abortion. You're a brainless fucking idiot, and you're rather aligned with actual No, that was too Hellas Downland. Sorry,
oh
I got it mixed up. You're a brainless fucking idiot, and you're rather aligned with actual misogyny than the women you pretend to care about, you spiteful fucking cunt.
yeah, well that's Helen's done and all over.
I
So
also,
she is
did you
a
see the
gormand.
empathy? Empathy is a sin. Do not commit the sin of empathy.
Yeah,
To it, I just responded, "Oh, just shut the fuck up, you dumb, worthless fool.
yeah.
Nobody
She
gives a shit about you, and the soundtrack to the end of your life will be at flickering lights and beeps from a heart monitor, you fucking loser."
if you go onto her profile, it right because this is how fragile she is. She says if you insult me, you'll get blocked. And it's like, okay, so you can insult other people, but they can't block you. But if they block you, then they're a loser. Okay,
Yeah, I'm gonna start having that in my bio. If you insult me, you'll get blocked.
yeah.
I'm a
Uh,
baby.
It's like
Fucking
I
infantile
don't.
toddler.
Yeah, it's like I don't care. Truly, genuinely, I do not give a flying fuck if you throw insults at me. Like
No.
this coming from a person who has a sailor's mouth. I don't care.
Yeah,
Swear words don't
yeah,
affect. But when you start spewing false accusations based on nothing, I don't take that lightly. I don't
yeah.
care.
Well, you
I don't care if they're
no,
false
like
or not. That can ruin someone's reputation. based on nothing.
Yeah, fuck that. Like it could ruin my fucking career if it's thrown at me.
Yeah,
Like there's a reason where that's where I draw the fucking line.
yeah,
And like same as I've never um I don't fuck with that myself. Like yeah, I've done horrible, horrible, horrible shit. There was this one person, there was like this one person who I was in a fight with, and I was so fucking mean to her. And and eventually I was just like, why don't you just because it was really getting to her. I noticed that, like, it was getting to her, and I was like, "How long are you going to let me piss on your fucking carpet? Why don't you block me? You fucking because this feels bad for you. Like, I'm making this. I have fun right now. I'm laughing while you are sitting there crying. You fucking baby. Why don't you just block me? Why don't you do yourself that fucking favor?" And she just wouldn't do it. Like, fucking kick me off. Like, don't let me sit and say that shit, you fucking idiot. Like personally, I've never blocked anyone because I have a weird sense of pride and I need it to keep getting hard when I have sex. That's the only way I can do it. Uh, Little bit of secret: if you're vitriolic on Twitter, you get a fucking stiffy. Uh, can't wait for them. Can't wait for people to use this against me at some point.
yeah. I'm sure they will, but it's like, and I you
She's saying that she's doing this as a sexual. Oh no, wait, sorry, they would never call me she. He's saying that he's doing this as a sexual thing. And like,
yeah,
yeah, these
and
people know how to take a fucking joke.
I say this as a euphemism and a joke. So to everyone who hate
The
watches this,
fucking god in there.
don't take this literally. But when you spew your false accusations or misinformation to someone like me or whoever, you are essentially digging your own grave,
Yeah,
because sooner or later it might not be in your lifetime, it might be in your offspring lifetime, but they will soon realize what a complete utter fucking waste of space their dad was or mum was,
yeah,
because it's really Helen Stanland. She's probably nearing her 60s at this point, and she's online, you know, spouting bullshit. Like,
yeah. Uh,
you right, save yourself some time, right? Go get a shovel, go outside, dig yourself a 6 foot hole, and line it, and
yeah,
then
really.
bury yourself alive,
Yeah,
because that's
really.
what
These people
essentially
would be
do.
more useful.
Well, yeah,
Like, some people are more useful as compost.
well, yeah,
Uh,
but that's what they're basically doing at this point, because
yeah, like fucking, they are going to, and like they're going to have to eat that shit. Like, I don't know. False accusations. Yeah, I don't fuck around with that either.
yeah, like,
You've seen me go off. Like,
yeah,
speaking of which, after some legal advice, I am going to drop that fucking lawsuit because he was such a fucking coward that because he backed off like instantly when he realized he had hit the fucking wall. He kind of saved himself on that one.
oh, good luck for him,
Yeah. Uh,
because no,
But
because
I'm just going to say that I've been in like legal consultations for this entire time. And we've been like thinking about and it's also a part of like if I can be fucked to fly to
yeah,
England. Like, but because I'm not a piece of shit, so I would definitely like deliver it to his doorstep.
yeah,
We would meet in court. It would be fun. But like, yeah, I'm not going to like to that shithole for one thing like this.
yeah,
And it's like what I would get out of it and stuff. But yeah, I just want to like to anyone. This has been a process of consideration until now, and that should happen in December. Uh, and like we've been constantly talking, and I haven't spent a fucking penny because these people are my fucking friends. Like, I it's a I have great legal consultation for free, you fucking morons. Do not fuck with this.
Yeah, and it's like, do these
This is the
people
good thing
not?
when your friends are lawyers.
Yeah,
That's also why I
um,
know that I never said anything bullshit.
yeah, and it's like, just to put this out there. If you are stupid enough, I don't even know how to say that because you are stupid enough. I take screenshots and I bookmark,
Yeah.
and I bookmarked a lot of stuff. So if you're stupid enough to, make those allegations towards me, just know that I have recorded evidence. So,
Yeah.
just try me because I wouldn't, because I don't hesitate, you know, in doing anything. Um,
No, like when
um,
some shit's up, some shit is fucking serious.
yeah,
Like, yeah, it's the internet and all that bullshit, but like some things you can't let slide.
exactly. Yeah, you know, but you know, such is life, I guess, on the online world. Um, but speaking of bans, um, try and do a nice segue. Trans
Yeah.
Americans accuse Trump of travel ban. They will not give me any passport with any name. So again, this is due to Donald Trump making his executive orders. The US State Department under Donald Trump has been accused of instigating what amounts to be a travel ban after they suspended the processing of trans Americans' passport applications. This just happened, and then with a trans individual, and she basically received an email saying that she will receive her passport. So that's good news for this person, but for a lot of Americans,
Yeah.
that's not going to be the same. So many transgender Americans are now fearful that without a passport, they will not be able to leave the country and seek asylum elsewhere if they face increased discrimination within the United States. The State
Oh,
Department said, in line with that order, the department's issuance of US passports will reflect the individual's biological sex as defined in the executive order. Oh yeah, because Donald Trump thinks that only two sexes exist.
it's so fucking dumb. He's so
Yeah,
fucking dumb.
yeah.
Why is this necessary?
I don't
Like,
know.
even from a transphobic standpoint, why is this necessary?
This,
How often do
yeah, but they
it's a
all of this,
fucking travel it's a fucking
yeah,
travel paper. It's a fucking passport, you
yeah.
fucking
All
ingrained
of this
cunt.
stems from his project 2025.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, therefore it has suspended the processing and issuing of all passports of all applications seeking a different sex marker than that defined by the terms in the executive order. This includes anyone seeking to have a non-binary gender marker that simply reads X, a policy that was introduced in 2022. Um, Previously, applicants were able to self-select male, female, or the X gender markers when applying for a passport, removing the barrier for those whose birth certificates had not yet been reissued to show their correct gender identity. It is estimated that fewer than 17,000 people use the X gender marker each year.
Oh, what a fucking problem.
um, This is the latest in a long list of actions the president has taken since taking office for a second time to erode the rights of LGBTQ plus Americans. His executive order is expected to impact over 2 million Americans who identify as transgender or non-binary, as well as approximately 5.6 million residents who are born intersex. So
Yeah.
uh,
This is fucking awful.
yeah. This puts my optimism out of the window in our previous two podcasts, didn't it? Here's me
Yeah.
saying how I was thinking, being optimistic. Nope. Um,
Oh, you don't. Jesus fucking Christ.
but good news. Um, Thailand's public health ministry has freed up millions of baht to provide hormone replacement therapy (HRT) for 200,000 trans people in the country of Thailand.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah, the country is notoriously known as an LGBTQ plus friendly destination for the trans community to receive gender affirming healthcare and be able to live freely in their identity. Thailand has recently solidified its stance now that it has signed equal marriage into law, and the government is going one step further by
Hmm.
supporting gender affirming care for the gender diverse population. The
Good.
National Health
Cool.
Secretary,
I like that.
yeah, the National Health Security Board approved 145.63 million baht, which equates to £3 million, in its 2025 budget, planning to go towards health services, including hormone therapy for its trans citizens. The budget will aim to support around 200,000 transgender people out of an estimated 314,000 trans people living in the country, as per Asia Pacific Transgender Network. So, at least there is good news. Um, so at least Thailand is making the step to
Yeah,
support their, people.
that's good. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Um, so,
Hmm.
um, actually, let me go on to, let's have a look. So, I understand. Um, there are an estimated 314,808 trans people living in Thailand, but exact population estimates are unknown and more systematic population representative data is limited. Um, so yeah, um, and if I go on to no, not I don't want that, not that, no, where is it? No. Let's go on to trans track. If we go back onto the anti-trans bill tracker, um, 300, 381 bills, 43 states. Two of those bills have passed, 379 active. Um, the states with bills in 2025 are Alaska, Arkansas, California, Connecticut, Georgia, Iowa, Illinois, Kansas, Massachusetts, Maine, Minnesota, Mississippi, North Dakota, New Hampshire, New Mexico, New York, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, South Dakota, Texas, Virginia, Wyoming, Alabama, Arizona, Colorado, Florida, Hawaii, Idaho, Indiana, Kentucky, Maryland, Michigan, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, New Jersey, Nevada, Ohio, Oregon, South Carolina, Tennessee, Utah, and Washington. Um, le- um, what I will do is I will save the bills. We can cover that in next week's
Yeah,
episode.
yeah.
We've
Sorry, I
covered,
got
we've covered quite a lot, and to be honest,
yeah.
need a
Sorry,
break.
I got a bit distracted. I saw someone posted that fucking good doctor clip again.
Oh, um. So yeah, so yeah, next week we will review a TV show or a film or a book next week.
If you can get a hold of it, I highly recommend the Italian horror film Della Morte dell'Amore,
Um,
known in English as This Cemetery Man.
I should be able to.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, we can watch it. It's
yeah.
it would be my weirdest recommendation, I think.
Yeah. Um,
Just consider the shit that I've put you through,
yeah.
and then listen to that. This is my weirdest recommendation.
Yeah. Let me know what it's called through via DM, and I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah,
Which I'm sure I'll be able to. But yeah.
yeah. I'm
Um.
currently trying to find it myself. Really, I'm going to show my boyfriend the film this weekend. I think the
Yeah.
coming weekend, or if we're no, I'm not going to do it during the week because then we're going to watch movies with his child, and I'm not going to watch this weird psychosexual fucking
Yeah.
Italian horror film with a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick
No.
to the normal horror there.
Yeah. The normal horror
Um,
that a 10-year-old can happily watch.
oh
Uh,
yeah, yeah. I'm raising her in horror right now.
yeah.
I've shown her. I've shown her. We watched this. This is actually really fucking funny because we watched. At first, we watched this film called Before I Wake, which is a great film by Mike Flanagan, which is on Netflix. I can highly recommend it. Uh, and it's like it's spooky, but it's also like a fairy tale, so it's kind of like ooh, cool. And then we saw Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, which is like highly recommend to watch that with a child. You're getting into horror. She is really into horror, which is what like she can handle gore and stuff. She can't handle certain other things, but gore she can handle. Not that that is gory, but it has some body horror th scenes, which is like, oh my fucking God, because it has this one moment where a teenager is growing into a scarecrow and it's fucking horrible. Uh, and then we watched this a film, American film by the Swedish filmmaker David F. Sandberg. God, why did I say it that way? David F. Sandberg. Jesus fucking Christ, why did I say it in English? But like it's the guy who directed Shazam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he also made this horror film that is called Lights Out. And I kind of forgot that the message of that film is kind of like kill yourself. It's not a stated message. It's not like the message that they wanted to go with, but like the demon is found to be like the mother's depression and psychosis, and in the end, to save her children, she shoots her brains out.
Oh nice.
It's like I had to like, oh yeah. And I remember that as it happened in the film while I had this like 10-year-old sitting next to me. And like, yeah,
So I forgot that the message of this film is kind of like kill yourself. Please don't kill yourself.
No, no, please don't.
I
Yeah.
am a great parental figure. Next week we're going to watch a Serbian film and get a trauma.
Yeah. Um.
Once again, that
Yeah.
was a joke. I will
So
not be watching a Serbian film with a 10-year-old. I will never be rewatching a Serbian film. I own it on DVD somewhere here because Sweden is one of the few places that release it uncut. But like, I have no intention of watching that again. I already saw it 5 times with different friends.
yeah.
It's a rough watch. It's a. I decided to never watch it again after the fifth time when I was like, yeah, this is starting to affect me mentally now. Like
Yeah.
I I feel worse for having seen this so many times. And I love August Underground. I would just like to like point that out.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I don't think there has been a horror film that has disturbed me yet, and I say yet because I'm sure there will be, but it
There are
hasn't
some
happened
like
yet.
there are some in the extreme horror subject. Like I love the extreme horror stuff. Like the niche shit. And like stuff like a Serbian film I absolutely do love. And I do like a Serbian film in the sense that like it's a very well made and horrifying movie. But it's also like, yeah, there are some scenes that I wish that I could unsee, I guess.
Yeah.
Because that's and I would have respect for that film if the filmmaker just came out and said like, yeah, I attempted to do make the most disturbing film ever made.
Yeah.
Um, I would have respect for that. Like, for example, like Fred Vogel, who made the August Underground film, he's very clear about his intentions. He wanted to make something sickening, and he did, and like that's great. And they are genuinely good films. I love those films. Like I will recommend it. Yeah, they have a 3-star fucking rating on IMDb. Who the fuck cares? They're great fucking films. They're the only films that have portrayed serial killers the way they should be portrayed. Uncool, fucking ugly, horrifying pieces of shit.
Yeah. And that's the thing, because I never go by a film's rating because that's not always indicative of how poor a film is or how good it is. So
Yeah.
I never go by IMDb's ratings.
No,
Even
because then the butterfly effect is a 7 out of 10 film
exactly.
instead of the fucking minus 70 that it is. Fucking
Yeah.
negative points to that piece of shit. Oh, I'm Ashton Kutcher. I'm going to make a rape fantasy.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Uh, yeah. Um, but yeah, so if I like a film, I like a film. But if I don't, I don't. That's
Yeah.
not indicative of the rating. Um, because God only knows. I suffered watching that fucking butterfly effect. My God.
No, that was funny.
Uh,
I still haven't been able to re-record my because I did like the whole marathon thing,
yeah,
and then I had just like I was filming it because I wanted like reaction footage from it. But I had sat myself out of frame
yeah,
like a fucking moron. And that's like I spent 6 hours straight sitting on the floor watching the butterfly effect on I'm going to like I have this I'm going to see if I can uh blur no not blur like there yeah I'm lying down in the fucking bed right now but like I watched it on I watched it on this giant fucking piece of shit. Like that's what I watched for fucking film. Sitting on the fucking floor, watching it on a CRT fucking VH. Oh,
Yeah.
Because I had to do it for the bit, and then the bit was that I'm not even in frame. You can see my shoulder, so I'll have to reshoot it,
Oh no.
and I don't have drugs right now because like my I tried to get a hold of my drug dealer. I got a hold of him actually, but it was like he didn't have any speed and he didn't
Yeah.
have any cocaine. So I was like, yeah, but I need speed and cocaine because I'm going to be watching the butterfly effect.
You know, that's really bad marketing. If you have to kind of intoxicate yourself to watch the film, that just shows how bad it is to get through
Now I
it.
gotta say though, I am watching three films right after each other without any credits because I've edited the credits out. I've edited everything out so that it goes straight from the end shot of Butterfly Effect to the beginning shot of Butterfly Effect 2, and it's a fucking nightmare. And then it does the same for Butterfly Effect 3. So I've edited it to like this one 6 hour nightmare.
Yeah.
I
Nah.
I, I'm not a
Like,
self-destructive person, I promise. You
nah. The first film was enough for me. No thanks.
don't want the weird fucking sister lover plot twist of the third film where you find out that his sister is the serial killer the whole time, and the reason that she's doing it is because she loves her brother so fucking much because he saved her from a fire, so he has to go back in time to not save his giant sister from a fucking fire.
No. Not
That's
even
the
not
end.
even that would
That's
take
the end of the film.
no. No.
That's all. You
No.
find out that she's in love with him, so
No.
he goes back in time and like holds the door stuck so that she burns to death when she's like 7.
No. If anyone has watched the first Butterfly Effect, you will know their use of the plot devices of using time travel. Like, it's fucking
Yeah, they're
shocking.
fucking stuck.
Like, I'm not gonna waste another 4
Yeah, we
hours.
have a 2 hour video discussing that film.
um, the only two films I've enjoyed so far that we have reviewed is Cecil B. Demented and I Saw the TV Glow.
Hey, you'd like Predestination as well?
Yeah, and that one.
Yeah.
The only ones
Hopefully,
I've liked.
yeah. And like that's the good ones that we've
Yeah,
watched.
and I
Like
implore you, if you can get a hold of Cecil B. Demented, I urge you to watch it in French. It's good fun.
I do think I have it. I have the Blu-ray somewhere here. I'm going to watch the Blu-ray. I have like a V. This is the level of psychosis I'm working on. I have like a so that I can I can connect my Blu-ray player to the CRT monitor. Like I had a PS5. I sold my PS5 because I had to eat. Like I paid uh double rent for a month because I couldn't afford rent 1 month due to shit that happened. None of this has to do with drugs because I actually don't pay for my own drugs anymore. I buy them at a discount and sell them to some friends. Why the fuck did I admit to that one? Uh, but anyway, but like not drugs, but like other shit. Like when I was homeless this summer, apparently a bunch of like payments fell through without me noticing because I didn't have a fucking PO box. So I got like a bunch of late fees. So one, um, and this is going to like, yeah, I earn around like I don't know what it would be in pounds, but like let's say 3,200 after taxes uh every month. Like I'm well paid. But like I'm I I had no disposable incomes because my expenses for that month was on like 3,500.
Right.
So that's why I sold my PS5. But before that, I was playing my PS5 on a CRT monitor, and it's not designed to do that.
No, in GB, right, so wait, fuck's sake, 3,000 children, Sweden,
32,000 pounds, 32,000 Swedish crowns. It is. I get out. Let's see. I have. I'm gonna double check just. I earn 43. Uh, I don't know why this is like. No, before taxes, I earn 3,100 pounds every month, which is a decent salary. Uh, so I'm not going to be sitting here complaining or anything. It's just that like when I was homeless, I kind of shit kind of fucked up. So I'm currently like getting back to having any fucking disposable income at all, which has kind of fucking sucked, to be honest. I've been eating a lot of a lot of full English breakfast because bacon and beans and toast is fucking cheap, and like eggs are fairly cheap as well in Sweden.
yeah,
So I've been like doing that without the black pudding, which I think is like a Scottish thing anyway, and like no tomatoes because like, but yeah, so that's what I've been like eating for the last few months, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Um, I'm not fucking complaining, by the way. That's my favorite
yeah,
food for some reason. Apparently, I was born without taste buds. Uh, just give me the fat and the salt.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I grew up on I grew up on all of that as a
Yeah,
kid. No,
I just love it. It's like, yeah, I want my food to taste like a hangover.
yeah, yeah. I
It's the
would,
best thing. That's the best thing with being in Scotland every year. It's like I can just go out and have a like good breakfast. Like we barely have that here. Like there's this one great place for brunch, which I'm if you're ever coming to Sweden, I'm dragging your ass there. Like yeah,
yeah. We I normally have for breakfast. Like if I was on the rare occasion, very rare occasion that I happen to go out to town or travel anywhere, and it's kind of breakfast time. I will go to a cafe, or a restaurant or something, and I'll have something to eat. But that's on a very rare occasion that I will ever go somewhere. Other than that, I either have a box of cereal, porridge, or I will have, I don't know, toast, and that's about it.
yeah. Like that's about all you need.
But yeah,
What are you going to do?
um,
I tend to eat only like one meal because of my stints of like going through binges on amphetamines, like especially during the summers, like I have to force myself to eat at least once a day, like because I don't really the sensation of hunger and me doesn't really know each other anymore. Like
yeah,
I don't really know how it feels to be hungry. I know that when I am because I start to like get tired and stuff. But like other than that, because amphetamines kill all sense of hunger,
yeah,
and I have to like So I remind myself to eat, and then the only thing that I can eat is like fat, salty bullshit. Um, I did like one day chow down an entire box of like I don't know if you had them. There's this sort of muesli bullshit
Yeah, we
that
have
is
that.
called
Yeah,
like yeah that is called like start. I don't know if you, but I ate that dry for like a full day because I had nothing else to eat and I couldn't afford milk. So it was just like digging my hand into the box and like eating like a fucking animal. I felt like a fucking pig. And like in the sense that it felt like I was eating like what was called the fucking bullshit that they eat, like the whole
yeah,
yeah, it felt like eating like dry slop. Like it felt like eating fucking cat food. It was like, I'm gonna shark
yeah.
down this bullshit. Um, my boyfriend has been sitting on a 9 hour long theater today. It's a play about gay people, and it's 9 hours long.
Okay.
And I want to fucking kill myself just hearing that. I'm
Yeah.
not that good of an ally.
No, I'm sorry, but no.
Jesus fucking great. Apparently it was great. Like I fucking hope it is. I
Yeah,
if they expect to steal 9 hours of my fucking time, I hope it's the fucking I hope it's a fucking masterpiece. I hope it's fucking but yeah, I just got he just it just came out of it. It seems like
yeah. I don't think we. I don't think we have plays like that in the UK. Although I mean, I
no,
could
I
be,
think this is some
but
pretentious. Like he he knows weird people.
yeah,
Or
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe this was in a fucking at the fucking like state like big culture house we have in Stockholm. If that's the case, then yeah, I get that as well. Like, theater people are fucking weird.
yeah. Oh yeah, they
Respectful, but
absolutely are. Yeah,
I
I've only
wanted to write
I've
a.
only been
I've
to
always
I've
wanted to
only
write a play.
been to the theater like once or
Hmm?
twice.
Hmm.
Um,
I it's a fun fact about me. I love Broadway musicals. Uh,
yeah. The
so
only
I've seen those, but like,
yeah, the closest I've come to seeing a Broadway musical are pantomime acts.
oh, cool.
And bear in mind, I was probably only, I think I was only 13, 14 at the time.
That sounds about the
I could,
time when you. That sounds about the time when you go to see a pantomime act. Yeah,
yeah. Um, I could just about get through that.
yeah.
I've watched I've watched musicals. I've watched Mary Poppins and all of that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say
Once
no, but I
first
don't
time I
think I
was in
could.
yeah, sorry.
No, sorry, go on.
First time I was in London, I went to see Wicked, which was wait for it, Wicked. Uh, I'm so sorry about that. I brought shame on my family. I brought shame on my cow. Wow, a fucking Mulan reference now. Holy shit. I'm just yeah, brain addled with the ADHD. I've been sitting like I get so unproductive during my sober moments because the anytime I do my weird art shit, I'm high. Uh, yeah, I didn't edit that fucking Art the Clown bullshit while sober. do not think so. I edited. Oh, I'm doing a sequel to that, by the way. I'm doing one with the Terrifier 3, and it's me playing Hotel California,
Oh, nice.
and it's going to. And as soon as I'm done, I'm going to show it. But like as I said, lack of amphetamines. Uh, because like
Yeah.
whenever I'm sober, I have like this a voice in my head that like gives me shame. Like I get a functioning sense of shame, and I'm sitting there and I'm like editing myself into the most violent bullshit ever, and it's like this is weird. Why am I doing this? And like when I'm high, I have nothing of that. There's not a trace of fucking shame or sense that anyone should be able to watch this bullshit at any point. It's just
Yeah.
a pure esoteric art house. I would do a 9 hour fucking theater. But yeah, Wicked was great, by the way. To get back to that point. But yeah, like I've been, but like now that I'm like sober, all I'm doing is like sitting that I'm watching YouTube videos again. Like I've been watching like YouTube video. Like I don't do that. I don't listen to. I've been like thinking about watching true crime, and like I'm sober for a month, and I turn into a basic bitch.
Yeah.
I'm going to start a true crime podcast, and we're going to talk about all the gory details, and then I'm going to go to hell.
Yeah.
Like everyone who has a fucking true crime podcast. Yeah, you're all going to hell, you fucking opportunistic monsters. I'm sorry, my brain is fucking
No, that's
scattered.
right. Uh,
This,
um,
this is the unmedicated Max.
yeah. Um, that will be that. So
Yeah.
yeah. Um, we will be back next week with a
I'll
movie.
DM you the title. And anyone who is thinking of joining this fucking book club, Della Morte, Dell'Amore, or The Cemetery Man. It's a great watch. If you can find it. I genuinely don't know how hard that is to find. I'm going to have to dust off some old DVDs. Uh,
Yeah. I will find that and I will watch it over the week.
yeah,
Or I'll watch it in one sitting.
yeah.
Um,
It's
and yeah,
it's a fun watch.
yeah. So you've got that to look forward to, and then again the week after, we've got another interview lined up, and then
Yeah,
we will take a break from doing those because we've done more interviews in the first month
then we did
at
for the
the
entire year.
capacity. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
which is
but
cool.
don't
Like
worry.
I like doing it.
Yeah. But yeah, don't worry. We will
Yeah,
have Heather back on at some point. We will have Sophie back on at some point. Hopefully, we will have Susie back on at some point. So
she was
don't
great.
worry. Yeah, if you missed our first interviews, I recommend you go watch them. If not,
Yeah,
that's fine. Um, have a great start to your week. Uh, stay safe, and we will see you basically in less than a week's
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So, bye everyone. Right, let me stop the
Bye.
recording before I forget.